Hi there. You may know Michael as your friend, your cousin, your nephew, your classmate, your godson, a scouting friend, a patient, a Discord moderator, aka I Shot First, or Ed, and Eddie. He was an avid knife and watch collector, a birder, a foodie, a coworker, a computer guru, a nature lover, and Steve and I were incredibly blessed to call Michael our son. Even though many of us knew Michael dealt with some very significant, rare medical issues his entire life, he always bounced back with every visit to NIH. So when that fateful morning arrived over a year ago, it took us all by surprise. The night before he passed, Michael posted on Facebook that infamous picture of him wearing his gee dang it hat while in the patient room at NIH. So many of you responded to him that night, and Steve and I cannot thank you enough for surrounding Michael with such love that evening. As you were sending well wishes that night, throughout the night, Michael unpromptly sent Steve and I his will at 2:30 in the morning. In his will, Michael explained to Steve and I to reach out to two of his knife buddies, Nick Shabazz and Metal Complex, from Metal Complex's Discord channel, to conduct a charitable giveaway of his extensive knife collection, with the proceeds benefiting the Immune Deficiency Foundation. So we reached out to MC and Nick Shabazz to let them know the sad news of Michael's passing and of his request. And they, both immediately set up a memorial page in honor of Michael's life, as well as they took the lead on a donation giveaway. The Immune Deficiency Foundation, for those that didn't know, has been instrumental in our lives. Through the IDF, we learned as a family how to cope with an immune deficiency. We met amazing doctors at the forefront of medical discoveries, and most importantly, we met lifelong friends who were dealing with similar rare issues. Steve and I are struck at the thought that of Michael's last moments of life, that he was thinking of how to help others. I hope you will consider carrying out Michael's well wishes to raise money for an organization that meant so much to him, all the while potentially attaining a knife from his cherished collection. We love you all dearly and are grateful for your continued support and love throughout this year and moving forward. So thank you all for your consideration.
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and I just wanted to say thank you so much to Mike's parents for taking the time to share that with us. As she stated, Mike was a moderator for my Discord server. He was also very active over there, and he was definitely active over on Nick Shabazz's Discord as well. Mike was somebody who was very much into the knife hobby, the knife enthusiast world, somebody who shared the exact same types of interests as we all do. So it was really amazing to see that he wanted, that this was, his last wish, what he wanted us to do with his collection. I have it here with me, and in just a moment, Nick is going to take over and explain exactly how we're going to do this. We've been communicating with Mike's parents for a very long time, and we wanted to make sure that we could do this in a way that was fair to everybody, and that everybody kind of understood exactly what we were doing. I'm going to be linking the list of knives in Mike's collection right down in the description so that you can take a look at it. I'm also going to be hosting a live stream this weekend. I'll put the date and the time up on screen right now, where you guys can come and actually see the knives that are going to be given away. Ask questions, things like that. Mike was somebody who used his knives and loved his knives, so they come in varying levels of, use or not. Some of them are unused, and a lot of them are very much used. But the list down in the description should offer some additional details. I think at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Nick so that he can explain a few things. Nick, here you go.
Hey, thanks, MC. Look, I'm really happy that we're able to do this for Mike, for Mike's family, and for the Immune Foundation, because Well, they're doing a great deal of good work here, and this is a wonderful cause. So thrilled to be able to collaborate with you on this one. So how are we doing this? What are the rules? How does this go on? Well, how this goes on is pretty simple, and if you've ever participated in a giveaway on my channel before, it's going to look a lot similar, right? What you're going to do is you're going to make a donation directly to the Immune Deficiency Foundation, right? And it needs to be $25 or more, right? You can send much more if you'd like, and in fact, there's an incentive to do so, but all you need to do is, send a $25 donation directly to the Immune Deficiency Donation, primary-immune.org. No other charities are being accepted for this round. This is Mike's wishes, right? So we want to go with that. And then please do not send us money. Do not send me money. Do not send MC money. Do not send Mike's parents money. Money goes directly to the foundation itself. That way PayPal's not taking cuts. That way there's no questions. They just get the money because that's what matters. After you make the donation, email the receipt that you get to charity@nickshabazz.com. This is, of course, the address I have for charitable giveaways there. Not some lady named Charity who works for me. I'm Charity. Hi, nice to meet you. But anyways, so email that receipt directly so that I can confirm you've made that donation, have that information to contact them later. Then register your donation in the Google form below. This is a separate step. You need to do all three of these things. Make the donation, email the receipt, and register the donation. This is a form that gives me the information that we can show publicly, like that kind of name, as well as your shipping address, as well as some disclaimers, etc. But this is the way that we can figure out who won things, as well as immediately start shipping things out. Because, if you try and chase people down for their addresses, it's just suffering. So we're just going to have you give all of that information up front right here in this form. That's a beautiful thing, and that lets us know that you have entered. And then if you've done those three things, you made the donation, you emailed the receipt, and you filled out the form, you are on the list. You have been entered for the giveaway. And at that point in time, every single person has the same chance to win, and we have a lot of different items here, right? We have a bunch of different gear available in the spreadsheet link down below, such that, you got a pretty good chance of winning something if you make your donation, right? So everybody's got that same chance. Whether you donated $25 or $25,000, you got the same shot. But if you did happen to do the $25,000, the largest single donation is guaranteed to win the Herman M398 Mantis. This is a heck of a knife, and we're just doing this to encourage people to be a little creative with their donation amounts, so to speak. We're looking for the largest single donation, right? Make one lump sum, please, rather than combining several, and we're not going to tell you what the current largest amount is, so be generous, right? This is a good charity. They're doing good work to help folks like Mike, and that's why we're doing this. But whoever has the largest donation will win the M398 Mantis. They're 100% case closed. And then we will pick the winners using random.org's certified draw service, so there's nothing up our sleeves, so to speak, except watches. We'll do that on April 22nd of the 2023 here. A couple of other rules and regulations. First off, we got to do U.S. addresses only. The shipping costs are already going to be way up there, unfortunately. This is something that Mike's parents have offered to cover, and that's a beautiful thing. But we just don't want to be dealing with international shipping and customs and all of that kind of stuff, right? So U.S. addresses only. I don't care if you're getting it forwarded someplace else afterwards. That's on you, but we need a U.S. address in the form to be able to ship things out. Of course, all entrants must be over 18, and all this gear must be legal to own where you live. By submitting that, you are asserting that. There's also a little disclaimer you'll agree to there. Make things a little bit easier. Donations made after 8 a.m. on the 22nd don't count. This just gives me time to process the data before I do the drawing, and people are like, oh my God. Like, you got a bunch of time. Go ahead and make a donation. You will get whatever prize is drawn from you, right? We will just use random.org to match people to prizes. We're not doing anything like dibs. We're not doing any, I don't want that one. The only prize that you can be guaranteed to get is the Mantis, and that's by donating big. Next thing, a lot of these knives were used hard, right? Mike used these. This was his collection, right? And so they have evidence of their life with Mike. As a result, though, there's no complaining about condition. We've put that on the spreadsheet there. But no matter what, the knives are going to be in a better condition than you not having the knife at all. So you're not allowed to complain about that, right? These are a part of his collection. They were pieces he loved, and that's an important part of what we're doing here. There are going to be some budget-focused pieces is that we're giving away as kind of a budget box. So if you win budget box 1, that means you're going to get a box containing the listed 5 or 6 budget knives. This is to cut down on shipping costs, as well as to make sure that somebody doesn't get something that they're like, oh, well, that's it. We're just trying to, spice it up a little bit, right? So that's a beautiful thing. We're also going to confirm winning donations before we send them out, so don't, think you can pull a fast one here. Backup spots are going to be drawn in case of problems. So in addition to all of the people who, win an item designated, I'm going to draw a bunch of backup spots. That way, if somebody didn't give an address, or if somebody didn't submit their receipt, or whatever, or gave an international address, I'm able to just sorry, moving on to backup spot number 1, then 2, then 3, etc. So I'm doing that just so that everything's above board, right? So that's what we got going on there. And also, again, it allows us to just kind of move on and get this done rather than sitting there for 6 months trying to contact people and whatnot. This is just the easiest system. Each person can only win 1 prize, so no matter what, you will get exactly one of the prizes. You might get a budget box, a couple of things, but only 1 prize per person. Mike's parents are covering shipping costs out of pocket for this, so you don't have to worry about shipping or anything like that, but please give us some time, right? This is a lot of stuff that we're packaging up, sending away, so please, please, please give us time and show some patience there. We're not sending tracking by default, but if you need a tracking number specifically, you can ping Metal Complex. He will help you out. Or if you don't get your package after an unreasonable amount of time, you can talk to him. We'll figure something out. But then the most important rule of all is that you are not allowed to complain about the procedure by which we give you free stuff and raise money for a good cause. Look, we want this to go smoothly. We want this to go easy. We want you to be thrilled with the new knife you've just gotten. But at the same time, if there's something that goes wrong, if there's something weird, remember, it was free. All that you did is you made a good donation to a good cause. And at the end of the day, you got something, right? So please, please, please don't complain about how we're doing this. We are doing our absolute best to honor Mike's wishes, as well as to give you all some free stuff in exchange for you supporting a good cause. So there's that. But mostly, I'm just thrilled that we're able to do this. I'm really, really hopeful that we'll be able to raise some really good money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. And with that, and to honor Mike's legacy and what he meant to all the folks in the community. So anyways, thank you very much, and I'll go on ahead and I'll pass it back to you, MC.
Hey, thanks, Nick. We really hope that you guys take part in this. Mike had some really incredible knives, and Nick and I also donated a few knives from our own personal collection. Like Nick said, this is all for a good cause. That's the whole idea. We really want to make sure and make this work the way that Mike wanted it to work. So more than happy to help out with that. And like I said, the information on the knives in the collection are linked down in the description. You can go back and check out Nick Shabazz's section if you want to go over the rules and sort of the details there. But anyways, thanks so much for watching today, and I hope you all have an excellent rest of your day. Bye.